And the camera's not. Joy.
Oh,
Righty-ho.
lovely.
As I those days. Well, anyway, I seem to recall last time you were fighting headless horsemen. After you killed them.
Uber.
Seems a bit. Right. So, I do believe it was the end of the round with Mercy Vancouver acting last. So let's do next round and Headless Horseman. It's back up.
Mildly discombobulated by our location. But I understand.
Okay. Run, he could sweep. No, they don't. So it's just going to have to come charging in and take the amazing Adolfo's head off. At least attempt to.
That doesn't seem very nice.
Will you watch what you're doing? I really liked that hat.
Well, you did. Slight difference between 2 points of damage and 19. Sorry, there's no in between.
Yeah.
Slight? Jesus.
Go with a second one. Oh, I guess I'll soak one of them then.
Okay, so basically a huge hat goes flying off and the claws go raking through your clothing. Oh dear. And somebody, basically at the same time that happens, something very scary happens to the amazing Adolfo. Basically, hat goes flying off his head, collapses to the ground, and appears to be dead. What? You're up.
Bond's going to come over here and kick this horseman.
Okie dokie.
Let's go ahead and put on my drunken boxing. Because I don't want to get hit by him. Yes, I know everybody's been yelling about stomp the heads. I don't have any heads over here, so.
It's
okay, I'm holding
It's a bit
them.
hard to stomp a head of a headless horseman.
Yeah, well, that plus it's all the heads are way over there, like I said.
I know.
There's one on the ground next to Adolfo's corpse. And there's 3 tied around Sophia's waist.
Yeah, I'd rather they weren't stomped while they were still attached to my waist.
Mr. Money's obviously in shock because Adolfo's died. Sophia D remains shaken unless she wishes to spend a penny to react.
I think I'd better have, because I need to. I'm just glancing at my card for a second.
That's absolutely fine. Oh, pardon me.
I second that yawn. Yeah, I'll spend the penny. I was just looking at what adventure cards I had. I will undo the handcuffs, drop these skulls, and start to pulverize them with a rock that I find nearby.
So these. There we go. Okay. There.
I've also gone kind of white.
Oops, that's still a bit too big, isn't it? Let's try that. Try that again. Stamp mode. 0.25. 0.3 apparently is as small as I can go. Okay. You drop a skull. It's too small now. I can't win, can I?
It was cute.
There we go.
Yay. Oh, they're different too. Nice touch.
Thank you. There we go.
And there's one more next to me somewhere.
You're caught. It's like you obviously fell on it. Actually, the other one.
Obviously.
You can't see the other one anywhere.
Oh.
I've decided because
Mm.
I'm extra evil. I'm feeling extra evil. The other one appears to have disappeared. You can't see it anywhere. Wonder where it went.
Mm.
Okay. Who's
that?
up?
Oh,
I think
Adolfo's hat.
that's Adolfo's hat.
Right.
Mr. Watts, sir.
Sorry, I should have moved me on.
Okay.
Whoa.
I think he had
That
sure.
was sexy. Just a bit.
Not sure what the Ghost Shock animation elemental manipulation damage.
So we have in last episode we had elemental manipulation running, and we had a rock that was I'd cast it on a rock, and the rock was rolling around like a grindstone, and I was trying to put skulls into it. So it takes 7 points of strength damage on my rolling rock.
I can't remember. The skulls. Oh, it's going to be
So because I thought we'd start with some rock and roll,
Hey.
and no bones about it. See, I'm just crushing it with jokes tonight.
Jawbone disconnected from the jawbone.
Yeah, some of those puns are just dead easy.
Mm.
Hmm.
You've got the skeleton of a stand-up routine there.
Oh, for God's sake. Oh, shut up a lot. Well, actually, you all need to make a joke. Oh, there. Oh, that's fine. You all need to make a joke there to justify your terrible existences.
I must really justify my existence a lot going by my sense of humour.
All I can say about my sense of humour is I married you, dear.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
One skull destroyed.
I would like to make a musical comment, but I'm scared of the copyright.
Interestingly, actually, Sony dickheads, total dickhead Sonys, right, have decided that a 2 hours into 2.5 hour 2 hours into the one of our Spelljam adventures, there's copyright of their meditation CD, and banned the video on Facebook. We were
That's
talking.
ridiculous.
How the hell's that?
Yeah, I remember you saying something about that. Yeah.
They rejected the appeal when I pointed out at the time sync they gave there was no music playing.
Ridiculous.
I mean, that doesn't bother me because I don't actually get money out of it. But the fact is, it's an absolute bogus claim that if because you hear about this type of thing, monetization and all that. Righty ho. In the meantime, I'm just
Technically, that's a crime. That's a fraudulent takedown.
I'm going to
Take Sony to court.
I'm going to throw some brimstone, but it misses. Obviously, I was aiming between them three of you, so it would hit all three of you. Obviously, it misses. So that's going to deviate. There, effect. Going to deviate to 8 o'clock. Deviate short range through 4 inches. So instead of landing there, it's going to land there. I don't think it's going to affect anyone, is it? Hey, there we go. Righty ho. So then the headless horseman. Oh, why didn't I
Well,
think
you've
that
been
sooner?
practicing the evil
Is-
laugh.
I've just had a brilliant idea. It's a headless horseman. Ah, that's the headless horseman in hand-to-hand with, well, in melee combat with one. Misses. Then we have the amazing Adolfo. Except I'm going to. Oh, no. Fair enough. Amazing Adolfo is next.
Amazing Adolfo suddenly looks an awful lot better. Perhaps he was only mostly dead.
Mm.
He stands up.
See, I told you.
What do you mean? Fecker knocked my hat off. Bends over, picks up his hat. Puts it back on his head, looks at the horseman that knocked it off and said, I will have you know, sir. This is my very finest hat. And tries to push him away. Since I can't see there was a skull on the floor underneath my hat or feel its weight in my hat.
There was, but I haven't. It's taken me too long to actually get it there.
In which case, I will then stomp on that skull.
Think of it just get it there first.
Oh, I like that one. That one's cool. It actually looks kind of scared of your stomping coming.
Well,
Do I need to roll to hit it or just roll damage?
it's an inanimate object, isn't it? So, oh, let the bennies flow. I already did, but let's let them flow again. Hello, Michael. How are you? That's Mr.
No,
McAfee.
you've got to wait until I join, then let the bennies flow, man. Oh.
Too late, man. You've missed 2 lots already.
Stomp.
You stop robbing those trains.
Yeah, if you did, you've got to stop. If you did, stop committing train robberies and everything will be fine. Okay, now, what I did forget there is when you stomp.
Bloody 10 thing.
2. What I did forget is you've stomped 2, haven't you? Work. I'll do it that way instead. There we go. Okay. So you stomp and 2 more headless horsemen scream in a rage and agony and vanish. Need to put it back into game mode. This one's going to run 16. Picks up its head. Runs off with it. Didn't see that coming.
And now
did
we're
you?
playing Blood Bowl. All right, William Money's now and can shoot it, or maybe Mercy can get the skull in the area of effect.
Mercy
Yeah,
Vancouver's next.
A little bit. And I'm gonna just target him because I only got the one target.
You hit him. You just have to do a cool shot to the head, don't you?
No, don't. But that's burst, which has a cone template, so it hits the head anyway.
Yeah, it's the area of effect. It's a spray of ghost bullets.
Indeed. Well, he is shaken.
Oh, let me Benny that just one time to see if I can do a little better.
And what about the damage on the head?
Yeah, we'll go with the shaken. Yeah, what about damage on the head? Because it would have been hit too.
Yeah, no, I was just messing with you. Lord, I didn't notice Mercy there when I ran off that way. And the last but no means least, Mr. Money comes off whole. I have to share the map so you can see it.
I can see the maps, right? You already shared it. You don't need to share it with me. I know how these things work. It's double combat tracker. It's a prairie map. So all I see is a bunch of blood splats.
Well, and one skull is left.
Oh, there's a
Because-
skull next to me. Well, I'm going to shoot that skull then. I said, well, I smash it with my rifle butt. What's the point of shooting it? Yeah.
There's the skull. Look, it's even on the map. Well then, walk up and smash it with your rifle butt.
Go up and smash it with your rifle butt. How much damage does a rifle butt do?
It's an improvised weapon, so it'll be strength plus D4 damage. That's really rather annoying, that is.
What is?
That. The last one dies. Like my prairie man.
I'm going to.
Sophie D
use that
stand up.
so-
She looks like she's in some kind of funny position.
Well, my position's going to change to prodding Adolfo overly hard in the chest and say, "You are in denial."
I am absolutely not. I'm in Wyoming. Denial's in Egypt.
That was terrible. So you knew it was coming as soon as she said denial.
Of course I did. Got to give him one, even though it was awful. Same reason as you said, we saw it coming.
The fecker knocked me hat off, so he did. How dare he?
Somebody else try. I look
What?
around for help with
Knocking my hat
convincing.
off. I'd rather you didn't. Cost me a whole
What?
dollar, this did.
What have I missed here now?
It should be pointed out there's a distinct lack of blood. One of the horsemen came up, basically raked across the amazing Udolfo, who fell dead to the ground, then got up the next round. And stopped. He fell to the ground looking quite dead, and then got up the next round looking not at all dead.
Well, there's definitely something going on with you, Adolfo. You can keep denying it, but
I will completely accept that I was knocked over. And, you know, I might have looked hurt. Maybe I was only mostly dead.
I'm going to shoot him in the arm.
Ow!
Go on then, roll for damage.
I think he's going to
Yeah,
hit
your
me
deck of
first.
cards ain't gonna save your butt here, Patrick.
I don't think. Why do we want to shoot him in the arm? Somebody's already poked him in the head. Mercy Sticky's
Hey,
stuck her finger in his
Well,
head.
that's a hit. Roll for damage. I
All
know.
right. Oh.
Well, there is
I think
there is a reason for this, you know, because you can actually put them down, obviously, for a day. Okay, that's another wound on the amazing Adolfo, unless the amazing Adolfo wants to soak it.
Oh, the amazing Adolfo does. If I don't soak it on this one, you're not going to like what the results are going to
I'll put it in there.
Right.
Somewhere.
Clearly, this has caused the Headless Horseman to come back.
Okay, right.
Yeah, look, I just shot you in the arm and there's no blood.
What the fuck did you do that for?
Well, you obviously there's something wrong with you. We don't care, but we're still like, you know, happy to associate with you. Just stop living in denial.
You shot me! You shot me in the fucking arm! You're a madman! He's a madman!
Probably.
Get a grip, Adolfo.
I'm doing my best! I don't want my arm to fall off!
Reload me gun.
Interesting. Okay.
You go, Mercy, have that. No good to me.
There, does that help, Patrick?
There you go. It wasn't nearly as bad as it looked.
Yeah, hold still. We'll just use them. This bit we'll put a bit of ghost rock on and set fire to it. You'll be totally fine. Trust me
Will
on
you
this.
get
Done
that
it.
away? Ow! Ow! Will you get that away from me? Please. I told you, it wasn't nearly as bad as it looked. But... Oh! There's a right big hole in my suit now.
On both sides.
Well,
We're
yes,
not
the
in-
bullet went in one side and out the other, so it did.
We're not in
Of
combat.
your arm.
Because
Yes,
I'm
my arm's got fleshy bits in it. It didn't hit the bone, thank Christ.
Take the jacket off.
Are we free to move, Kevin?
Yes, sorry. Oh, you locked. There you go. I apologise.
Adolfo is looking very freaked out. What do you mean, take my jacket off? What you got to do? Strip me and execute me? I'm not having any of this. No, not at all. So I'm not.
Well, if you were
Okay,
shot
fine.
through
Just
the
roll your
fleshy
sleeve up
bits,
and look at your arm.
if you were shot through the fleshy bits, where's the blood?
Well, I got my hand over it, haven't I? I'm keeping it all in.
Ain't nobody squeezing that tight.
You've never seen an Irishman get shot in the arm before, have you?
Have you?
More than once.
Are you saying that Irish men don't bleed?
Well,
Maybe you
I'm
bleed
not.
green.
Well, on occasion. You know, there's a bit of the crack going on. I'm really not. I mean, if you'd all just stop looking at me like that, I'd really rather. You left me well enough alone. Thank you very. Oh, feck, there's a tree behind me, isn't there? Will you please stop looking at me like that? And Mr. Money, would you put your gun down? I'd really appreciate
Well,
it if you put your gun down.
the madman there shot you. Let me tend to your wounds. I have some ancient Chinese wisdom that I can use to help with your wound here. So take your jacket off.
I don't want you to take this the wrong way, Mr. Wan. Most of the time, you look drunk as a skunk.
Yeah, and
I'm not really trusting somebody that drinks that much, putting anything near holes that's in my body. I'd really rather. I'll go and see the doctor. Back in Heath.
Alcohol's supposed to be good for making things all cleaned up. So I mean, it should be perfectly safe.
Not when the alcohol's on the inside of you.
Sure. No, it's fine.
Because the only way that any alcohol that's been on the inside of you is getting out and onto my wound is if you're pissing on me, and I'm not having you piss all over me.
And Mercy's gonna speak up, not real loud here, but look, we don't have to kill him. Not everything that trucks with evil is necessarily evil themselves. Some are working on redemption. Perhaps we should give him the benefit of the doubt, because he's not going to get over his denial as long as we're all...
Oh, I didn't want to kill him in the first place. I just wanted to see how he reacts.
Well, here's the deal, Juan. You're not going to kill him. Well, there's a way to kill him, but I'm not going to share that here because...
The amazing Adolfo's hat does, at this moment, fly clean off his body.
What the fuck? I didn't hear the gunshot. Did you shoot my hat off my head, Mr. Money? How dare you?
No, you'd have heard it if I'd have done it.
Can I have notice checks from everyone else, please?
Oh dear.
If I can see where my hat is, I'm going to stomp towards it with my hand over my shot arm, looking really annoyed.
Understandable.
Yes, I can. So I don't know. It's over here, so I'm going to stomp over this way towards my hat.
Okay. Well, in that case, if he stomps over there, that's not so much of a problem. But just before he moves, obviously, once he moves, everyone notices it. But Sophia, William, Money, Adolfo, no, obviously, I'm going to say you're a bit upset, so even though you made it. And John, what you happen to notice, there seems to be a bone scythe, sort of sort of not levitating as such, but sort of just above the amazing Adolfo. And just as he walks off to get his hat, it swings again, missing him a second time.
I'm gonna
Paddy,
shoot that.
behind you. I'm pointing and looking a little bit shaken. Paddy?
No,
I'm
shoot
going
it.
to bend down and pick up my hat and check that it's all right. With my back to whatever's going on, put it back on, and then I'll turn round and look at the rest of you lot, still not seeing what's where it is. Now, will you lot please just shut the feck up and leave me alone?
In the meantime, I just need to check, does everybody else bone? Yeah, everyone else gets to make a fear check at -2.
You've already got fear level already in there, haven't you? So we don't need to add the -2, do we? You've got it in globals, haven't you?
No, that could be
It's not-
-2, Bone Fiend, and the
because of
fear
the
levels on top of
monster.
that.
Where's the global effect? Let's have a look. Global effect, fear level. Oh, yeah. So actually, yeah. Sorry, fear check at -1. I apologise.
I would have
The fear
passed
level's
that
already
one.
there. The fear level's already in there. I apologise. Yes.
I didn't mean to roll it a second time.
Then
I
you
meant to open the fear table.
you can give me my Benny back.
I think
because
that's fascinating.
I get a free reroll.
Nope, not got
That's
the fear table.
fascinating. Look, everybody, look at that. Everybody's boots are clean.
Not bad,
So
eh?
when we were down in the mine, we saw obviously some skeletons, but there must have been more there because crushed to powder with the fault when it was just dilapidation, and we've tracked it out on our shoes, and it's coalesced. Oh,
How exciting!
Right. No, everyone made their fear checks, didn't they?
No,
As
I failed. I accidentally made a second one when I was trying to roll on the fear table.
okay.
Because I pressed the wrong button.
Okay, so it's a roll on the fear table with a +1 modifier. There's the fear table. Oh, no, wrong person. Sorry, ignore me. See, there's the fear table. +1 modifier on your fear roll. You're vulnerable.
Okay.
Okie dokie. So, let me see what's happening here. So, obviously, this place is these headless horsemen have obviously killed lots of people around here. Or maybe there's some other reason, but it seems to be basically a mass of bones with an ebon, but just a mass of bones. In fact, actually, yeah. Mass of bones carrying a huge freaking scythe. Walking Dead number 3 is going first. Okay. Walking Dead number 3. Items. Okay. There's a sudden crack of a gunshot. Yeah, and basically, John Watts hit it shot in the back. Guidance range.
John Watts. Right. Okay. 2 wounds.
Oh. Did somebody give me an adventure card?
Yes. And should have 2 plays as well.
Apparently I've got 3 plays.
Well, have you got?
Yeah.
Yes, you will have.
Wow. Do I owe you a card then?
No.
No, it was one of his.
Oh, of
adventures.
course. Sorry, Christ, it's lack of sleep. That's why I'm being completely stupid.
Don't worry, I know the feeling right now.
Oh,
Okay,
Mr. Watch.
he shoots his gun, and I've got environmental manipulation running.
I've got bloody brilliant cards.
So the bullet hits the animated rock that's floating about instead. Bounces off and flies back towards him
Actually, if it's a critical
with a
failure,
suitable "Pew!"
it's a critical failure, then you basically what actually happens is the gun backfires into the gun.
Haha, and Wang really doesn't like Walking Dead.
Pun doesn't like The Walking Dead. Okay, so the first Walking Dead literally, obviously, basically, they're out clambering out the ground. This one's carrying a really rusty looking peacemaker. He opens fire and the gun just explodes. Destroying the Walking Dead instantly. Mr. William Money, it appears, is next.
Yes, and you see that thing swing a scythe at a Adolfo.
Indeed. Oh, bloody hell. I'd thought of that, yes.
Finish for one. Yeah, so I shoot him and then step back a bit.
It's John Watt negated it. You shot the Bone Fiend. Okay, well, the Bone Fiend doesn't like that, so it's going to spend a penny. Yeah, basically, you shoot into the massive bone, and it doesn't appear to have any effect.
Does that mean to say the Bone Fiend is a wild card?
It looks like the kind of thing that'd be a wild card.
His ghost gun has the special effect that even things have got invulnerabilities or immunities, it can affect them.
Yeah, I know. I spent a penny.
Soaked.
Ah.
Says so and everything.
Pardon?
I said, yeah, it says so and everything.
So it does.
I know, it's ridiculous, isn't it? The point anymore. Go home.
You're already there.
Your voice has gone up an octave.
It's the incredulity. Hey ho. Well, anyway, I'm not sure when I'm going to get a Saturday gaming, given that no one signed up for the Thursday one yet. I know what the Saturday game's going to be.
Well, I suspect, I'll give you a clue, a reason why nobody signed up for it is because you've called it Suede.
Have I? Oh dear. Okay.
So, and there is only one game system to pick for, which is Suede. But if you use Pathfinder, then colon, and then
It's
the
not
name of the
Pathfinder.
adventure. Well, make
is
it
it?
Pathfinder then.
No, it's not Savage Pathfinder. It's Fantasy Companion.
Oh, right. Well, there you go. What's Suede then? Yeah, people don't know what Suede is.
When is this game that you're talking about?
Next Thursday.
It's some obscene hour, isn't it?
8 p.m.
Well, I think I might be able to make that.
8 till midnight.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But I've got a game start. I'm going because I'm on suicide mode. So I'm on. And when my game starts at 12 midnight.
But yeah. So anyway, the point I'm trying to make is I will probably run it as a Saturday one anyway for people who can't make it on the Thursday night, because it does look like a very fun game. I didn't write it. I paid a little extra to get the official tokens and the map for it, but it's called Wizards of the Toast. And Hasbrodius has revoked the open baking license.
Oh dear.
And everyone's upset. And everyone's upset.
Yeah, and I said it's probably something to do with he's probably invoked the dark powers of legalese using a nom nom nomicon.
It has to be said he does use legalese to cast all his powers.
Oh, is that in it? Oh, right, okay.
And
Okay.
yeah, basically, and some of the I've had to make a load of made a load of spells for it. Well, I mean, I've taken the existing settings and just recast them and affected them. So like, there's some very scary versions of Entangle now, because if you're not clever and you don't speak legalese, you could be in a bit of trouble because you've been hit with red
It's
tape.
not called red tape.
Yes.
Is it this Thursday night?
Yes.
No reason you couldn't do it, Tavis.
Maybe, but I've got an exam to revise for next Wednesday.
So you would do it. Another one is actually the casting time is very quick. You literally shout objection. And you do have to point it. I did put an exclamation mark in the description because I have seen that game. Has Brodius's binding lawsuit, paperwork, summon crumbs. What are the others? Oh, my all-time favourite. One of the bad guys, when they don't cast confusion, they just announce it was just a draft. I cracked up when I saw that one. It's just a draft. Anyway, let's get on. Sorry, enough sidetracking there. Mr. Juan.
No, it's all good. Juan's gonna go down to there. I know it says range is 3 inches, but I think he's within my +1 reach.
It's one of these that lets me do it, and I can't remember which one it is. Oh, there.
Yes,
He is. He is. I've just increased your reach. Yeah.
Okay. In that case, I will poke him with the spear.
Poke him with a spear, sir.
Very pretty die.
You hit him.
Not sure how to do the +1 die 6 damage. So,
just click on the raise die. Since you didn't hit with the raise.
Oh, that's true.
The other way to do it, I do believe, is
If I right click, it increases my strength, and not the.
No. It wasn't that I was thinking. Let me try something. Can't remember if that's what it is. Just roll your spear damage now. I mean, I'll just roll spear damage without extra dice. And that didn't do it. Okay, I'll have to go. There is a way to do it. There's some way. It's the same as letting the devil out effect, the extra effect, but I can't remember what it's called.
What you trying to do?
Extra colon damage equals 2d would be how you do it. There you go.
Aye, that's right. That add an extra die.
That's it. That will extra d6. You can just turn it on or off as required. Okay, so Walking Dead number 6 is incapacitated.
Extra trait 2d is a villain with conviction.
Indeed. Okay, so that's the end. That's Juan's go. When he ends his turn, it'll be Mercy Vancouver's go.
Well, these others are not really in her line of sight. She's focusing on the book.
Correct. The rest of the Walking Dead splats. They should not be set, so it's not
party. Oh yeah, I did. No, I'm gonna many that. Better.
It's a hit. Shaken. Are you happy with a shaken?
I'll take it.
on the Boon Fiend. The Boon Fiend is shaken. Okay, Sophia D, you are up.
I am going to say, Lord, grant me your mercy, grant me the ability to help. I need your powers here. I don't think I'm going to be able to take this myself. And then I'm going to shoot the thing.
Yuduki.
Right, find the right flipping tab. There it is.
That's a hit with race. Oh,
Does that do anything?
just did.
No.
You wrote.
Is that only because
Its toughness is 11.
toughness is
you need-
11?
You need to Benny the damage.
Ugh, okay, I'll Benny the damage.
Don't forget to click the raise back on.
Oh, 50-50
Fair point,
chance
well made.
of a shake.
Oh, there's a 6.
Oh.
That will help.
Oh, no. 3, 4.
Good Benny. Very good Benny.
Okay. Okay.
And the Lord smote his ruin upon the mountainside, so he did.
Okie dokie. So, okay. So, first thing that happens is.
You pray to law, shoot it for no damage, and then it gets hit by a lightning bolt. Ha!
Okay, well, 4 wounds will incapacitate it.
Thank you, Lord.
It
Thank you for shining your powers on me.
It collapses. It collapses to the ground. An ebon skull emerges from the body, hovering over it.
Holy fucking shit, what's that?
Need to check something. That's right. Okay. Let's do that differently. Okay, and then it's interesting because I didn't. Oh, I see. Okay, yeah, that's fine. Okay. So anyway, yep, it is incapacitated. There is a I'll leave it showing actually, but it's down, but there's a levitating ebon skull hovering above it. John Watt.
It's not the Bone Devil's not a wild card, is it?
Yes. No, there's no Bone Devil but that's by the by.
You mean the Bone Fiend?
Bone Fiend's a wild card, right? Okay, it's okay. Just storing that information for later use. Yes. Okay. Yeah. I think what we'll do is try and shoot. In fact, you know what? Before we roll, we'll wander off this way.
Okay, you're going to wander off that way.
And then shoot this guy.
Shit, what?
You know, one
what?
of these days somebody's going to have to tell me how to fight.
You missed.
Yeah. I can't shoot. I can't fight.
Aw.
You'll go a long way.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm going to shoot Sophia with a single barrel shotgun. Short range, so that's 3d6 damage. Got to give me the +2 to hit, but I'll live with that.
Yeah, but it's a rusty gun, so oops a daisy.
Thank you.
Okie dokie. It's a mechanical malfunction.
You didn't clean your weapon, mate.
Well, he certainly didn't. Okay. Okay, shotgun broken. That's absolutely fine. The amazing
Thank you.
Adolfo is up next. Unshakes.
So as all of that's happened in like 3 seconds,
Yeah.
Adolfo turns around, having put his hat on, sees this Eben's skull that's floating in the air,
Yes.
and says, "Feck me! Another bloody skull! Smash it!" And goes over and whacks it with his walking cane.
Okie dokie. Oh, sorry. I just noticed. Oh, bollocks. I'll just modify it. That's a miss.
That's a miss. Spend a
Because I didn't put one of the effects on. It's a small target, isn't it?
curses. Well, that's me out of Benny. Smash the
For now.
fucking skull, somebody! Smash the fucking skull!
Okay, Walking Dead number 2. Where's he? All the way over here. Let's have him shamble. Shambles to that. Walking Dead number 5. Is that the one? Where? That's Walking Dead all over here on the 5 of diamonds. My word, he's a long way off, isn't he? Okay, well, he's got a Winchester 73, so he's going to shoot that at Juan. Hitting. But, actually, did I say hitting? I was obviously mistaken.
Almost hitting.
Almost hitting.
What a sleeve.
I weaved instead of bob like he was thinking I would.
Okay. The Bone Fiend is basically appears to be reforming.
Reforming.
Yes.
Boss.
Get the fucking
He's
skull,
changing
somebody!
his ways. He's changing his ways. He's no longer evil.
Hang on, I think I might have did it. Yeah, I have to run, so I have to turn on the run dice to reach you there. I have to there and do it properly, and then claw you anyway. No, missing. We go drunking, boxing, dodging effects. Okay, dealing cards. The amazing Adolfo is up first. However, I'm thinking I might try being very evil. Oh well. Okay, amazing Adolfo's up first.
Okay, the amazing Adolfo would like to use his thievery to grab the skull and toss it in the direction of
Hey.
Mercy and Will and Sophia, so that they are better able to hit it.
And I've seized the day and moved up. Carry on.
Effectively trying to make the Bone Fiend vulnerable with a test.
But Sophia gets to go first.
Unless
Yay.
Sophia wants me to do that so that it might be vulnerable for her shot or whatever.
I'm actually going to come toward you.
Sorry, I'm
and
just
then
looking
shoot.
right now. Using it. Oh, actually, sorry, I misunderstood. On its turn, the body reforms.
Okay, well, I'd still like to use my thievery to steal the skull from it.
The skull is now re-embedded back inside the rib cage.
Then
Won't be
I'll.
for long.
Sorry, I'm
After
just
a
rereading
run-
how it comes across. It says it loses its next turn as it reforms its body, which means by the end of its turn, the body's reformed, doesn't it? So, sorry.
Well, that sucks.
I just played a card. You guys all get some +2s going forward if it doesn't do it automatically.
It won't, I'm afraid, but I mean,
Well, you
the
know
idea.
what?
But you could drag. I think the idea is you could drag that 2 down to your modifier box before you roll. The idea is you can drag that 2 down to your modifier box, and then when you roll, it will automatically. If that makes sense. That's, I think, how you're meant to use it in the chat.
Thank you.
Chat that.
And that's all trait rolls for this combat.
Okie dokie. Okay, you shoot the
same.
bone fiend, doing 7 points of damage.
Not enough.
Not enough.
Okay.
Mr. Amazing Adolfo, you could get on with what you want to do. Well, I apologize. Well, the skull is tucked back inside the rib cage. So what you saw is the rib cage like reforming all around it, protecting it and
Okay, well,
armoring it.
I'd still like to use my thievery
Okay.
to dislodge ribs and things like that, making it vulnerable so that the skull can be shot at.
You can certainly give it a chance. It's a cool shot, which is a -4 to hit you.
Well, he's got a +2 though with the inspiration.
He does have a +2 on his thievery roll. No, I'm
I
not
know,
talking
and
about
if
him. I'm talking about everyone else. It's a cool shot.
Yes, but if I can make it vulnerable, then +2 from the
Agreed.
card and the +2 from the vulnerable, it will ignore the penalty for targeting it.
I know. Why that?
Fortunately, that didn't go so well.
It's rather good on its. It's got a rather sturdy rib cage, I'm afraid to say.
And I've got no bennies, so that'll be me done.
It's a shame. I'll give you some if you in a bit, but at the moment, no, you're spoiling my fun.
Get the fucking skull!
I not had a go.
I've got the little card issue again.
Have I missed a turn?
No.
It's just there's an awful lot of. You're at the jack of
Oh, it's
clubs,
just-
and that
right,
puts
it's
you halfway
zombies,
down the
it's all
competition.
them zombies in front of us, right? Okay, I see.
Mercy Vancouver.
Okay, I'm going to ride over this way, and I'm still going to use power, and I will use selective because I'm not going to be able to miss Pat in my line of fire. But I want to target the damn things. Target it. No, it did not. There it goes. I see what the new trick is.
You can totally miss me.
They don't need to
It'll
be
get a
selective.
blast of the ghost bullets. Oh, and I didn't add my +2, so.
It's a fix. Doesn't make it a raise, so it doesn't matter.
Yeah, roll those on the big ones where it matters.
20 wounds. That's quite impressive. I will spend a penny to try and soak that.
Because of course you will.
Okay, that's 1 wound. Then when you end your turn, Mr. William Money gets to have a go because he's been so upset he hasn't had one for so long.
And don't forget your +2, Will.
+2, excellent.
Might want to check his adventure cards and maybe go for a cold shot.
After you give John Watt a card back, of course.
We actually seem to have better cards this week.
Well, you've got quite a lot of them, and you've all got multiple plays of cards, which does help.
Yeah, somebody gave me cards at the beginning. I've got no idea what it was. It was all flurry.
There's Odds are going all over the place now.
Right. Okay. So have we decided we've got to kill? Which one got back up again?
Bone Fiend.
Okay.
Blame someone.
I'm going to move there.
Actually, you
After
didn't.
this, we're gonna. After
Actually, I'm going to have
this,
to give you a
we're-
Benny because I'm having fun from this.
And then I'm going to empty my gun into this geezer.
You still got to
Into
give him
his
two
head.
back, Sophia.
Not into its head, into its even skull that's in its chest.
Shoot the skull.
Oh, do I need to go aim for its skull? Do I? Okay. So that's what is that? -4, and then +2
Yeah, so -4 +2
makes it
plus
minus.
any adventure cards you may have just been given. I can see which one you probably just got given. It could be a certain card with 3 letters, perchance.
All right.
Yes, that was a bit.
Yes, that's quite a good one then. So that means I'm going to fan the hammer. So, but that's just one. That's all one. That is all one roll, isn't it? So
Yeah. Well, yeah. The point being is with that card, you automatically see it at a trait roll with a single raise. So that's basically a hit with a raise. To the
On
skull.
the even skull.
Yeah. So you now basically manually turn on the raise damage and roll for damage. So you do
fan the
double
hammer.
call.
that-
You can't
Then
fan.
it gets
You
cool.
can't fan the hammer with that card.
Okay. Well, I'll just have to.
Well, technically, I tell you what. Yes, you can, but you'll have to roll 5. You'll have to You can only do 5 more shots because your first shot would be the raise
Oh, so the first shot is an automatic hit. Okay, that's what you're saying.
with a raise.
So let's do the damage for that.
Yeah.
And I might Benny it.
It might get a damage bonus. 'Cause it's still a cold shot.
Only gets a +4 because is it +4? No.
There's no +4 damage. It's just -4 to hit. It's covered up. Okay. 10 points of damage will. Oh, you didn't actually target.
Oh, I should have targeted. Did someone untarget my?
Okay. 10 points of damage versus toughness 15 doesn't do it.
I'm going to Benny that.
Yeah, I've targeted it for you now. Try again.
Stack. You got the token stacking thing on, haven't you?
I have. Nice, isn't
Yeah,
it?
because I just clicked on the thing and it shows a little thing. Yeah, I don't know why it's doing that. But anyway, so I'm going to Benny that damage.
Yeah, if you click on the Bone Fiend or the Amazing Adolfo, you'll get a choice of tokens because they're overlapping tokens.
And this is raise damage, isn't it? So I'll make sure I spend the Benny and do the raise. Right,
Oh, you got a 6. That's a wound on the skull.
Okay, and now I'm going to do the rest of the fanning the hammer as a normal.
You don't need to worry. The wound on the skull destroys the Bone Fiend.
Oh, there
instantly.
you go. So I've saved my bullets.
Okay. So all I do now is draw a large burst template as it explodes.
Oh, okay.
What can get out of that easily? Super fast, sprightly almost.
So that's a wound on the Amazing Adolfo, and incapacitates Sophia.
Just spend the Benny, Sophia.
Sorry, was that an attack?
The Bone Fiend exploded in a barrage of bone shards.
It didn't hit me. It just hit the tree.
What's been played in the disc? Oh, actually, no, it doesn't matter. No, it can do it. Okay, yeah. What's been played in the discard pile? Is there anything that would allow me to avoid the damage in the discard
Not
pile?
today.
There's not today's in there, and
Not today. Not today. Wouldn't. Not today. It's not today. No, yeah, I'm thinking misfunction. Not today would do it, wouldn't it?
Yeah, not today. Is completely ignore all damage from a single hit.
Yeah.
Great.
Well,
Well, then I'll
any
play it.
attack becomes a critical failure.
Whichever one's going to avoid me getting hurt, I will play using Desperate Times.
Yeah, not today.
I use my cool athletic abilities to flick flack over what's coming in.
And I stand there as bones smack into the tree next to me.
Notice check from.
Yeah, no.
Well, I do hope that was the last of them. Could do without any more of that. Phew.
We got anyone who's got like abilities to heal in this group? Because we could use some healing, I think.
I'm brushing myself off now.
Yeah, that's absolutely fine. Thank you. Nothing to worry about there.
Don't
Obviously,
do
there's-
that in public, please, Adolfo.
What? I'm just getting the dust off me.
Brushing yourself off in public, mate. It's like combing your hair. Do you know what I mean?
Right. John, what's up?
John, what?
I have a feeling I've wasted that first adventure card. Never mind.
What was your first adventure card?
You didn't see it? It was me on the Bone Fiend allowing me to affect it regardless of its invulnerabilities.
Yes,
Okay.
but toughness is still toughness.
Yeah, no, I'm not complaining about you. I'm just saying I think I wasted it.
No. It was absolutely fine. I'm not saying it was wasted. Don't forget, Money nicked that very good gun, didn't he?
Yeah.
Nicked. It's mine.
So anyway, as the undead stumbles forward a little, because I've still got an elemental manipulation running, a gopher hole mysteriously opens in the ground and its foot goes in, it goes, whoa, and becomes vulnerable.
I'm imagining a very pissed off gopher now.
Okay, we have one vulnerable walking dead with its foot stuck in a gopher hole. Okay, where's this one? At its side. Oh my word. Oh, this is the one with the Winchester rifle, isn't it? He's on a spade, so he gets to. I'm going to shoot Mercy this time. Missing. One, you're
No
up.
mercy.
Damage now when they with the new No Mercy Edge.
Okay, Juan's going to poke this guy. No, I said Juan is going to poke this guy.
Hit him the first time.
That's one hit, dude. You should give him his Benny back.
That should do it.
He wants his Benny back.
Actually,
Yipes.
yeah, because he still has his inspiration, didn't he? He hadn't used it yet. Give him his
Yeah,
penny
so
back.
they press 4 to hit.
There we go. One smacks him down. Oh, you can barely see the zombie splat on the grass.
And then I will stumble forward towards this last one, glaring at it and making strange noises.
There are two left. There's one over here.
Yeah, but he's
Yeah,
way
one-
over there.
Way down.
There's technically 3 left, by the way. Walking Dead
I
number
just
2 is
can't see
next.
the third one. Then.
I can
Oh, he's
see
up at the top.
one right down at the bottom.
Here's a third one down there.
Oh.
It's definitely feeling more like 28 days later. These zombies, these Walking Dead than normal zombies. I think the speed they're running to run. Okay, John, what you're slightly shaken as a Walking Dead. A very looking at it there. It seems to be very long clawed and long haired. It's possibly the remains of a woman that attacks you. Walking Dead number 4 is next. Has a broken shotgun, so he's just going to shamble forwards. There. He might as well try running. 4 inches gets him to there.
And I will first strike him.
Go on then. Get me shot in just in case. See if it was well or not. You hit. Roll for
Got my
damage.
+2, so it's still not a raise though.
Yeah. Easy with
Yeah,
that
there was a
damage.
raise. There you go.
Well, no,
Yeah, he
that's the
does.
extra damage from really hating Walking Dead.
Yeah, he
Yes.
comes stumbling forward and falls face first onto my spear.
Okie
Clumsy
dokie.
thing.
That's the end of that one. Is that the end of the round? Is that the end of the round? Might be the end of the round. New round. Sophia D is not incapacitated.
Thank you. I'm glad about that.
Okay.
I am going to. I can't see how many that is. I'm going to walk to,
That's 5 to
There.
there, 6 to there. Yep.
and I'm going to aim at Walking Dead.
Okay.
I figure I've got time before he gets close enough.
Okay. The amazing Adolfo.
Right, seeing that John Watt is being beset by this Walking Dead, Adolfo will move over towards it, pulling out a deck of cards, and will throw the deck of cards in the general direction of the Walking Dead in the hopes of distracting it and making it harder for it to hit John Watt. But something else will happen instead.
Okay. It would appear that the skeleton is unafflicted, but he does seem to be being battered by bits of bone. Mercy, you're up.
Okay, well, Mercy's still on horseback. What's my move without running?
And Adolfo will stand still, go, "What the feck just happened?"
Well-
It's 12, right? On horseback.
12, I believe, isn't it? I think it's 12. It might actually be 24. I think I can't remember.
Well, if I'm not charging or running. I'm just moving forward at a normal.
Larceny has this pace of 12.
Okay, and I'm drawing my rifle out of its casing tied to my saddle as I go. I'm just gonna try shooting it. Why? Oh, I gotta
Second.
go. I gotta pull my. I got way I got this set up. I have to go and literally go into my inventory and pull my rifle out of the.
No problem.
Because now it gives me the weight hindrance.
No problem.
The unstable
Hey.
platform. Well, you need.
Yeah, and what's the
I've already turned that
unstable
on.
platform? Okay.
Turned unstable platform on because you're on your horse. Realise you're on the horse all this time, otherwise I'd have turned it on sooner.
I've been on the horse the whole time.
Okay. Yeah, I know. You should have an unstable platform, technically, then.
I'll Benny that one time. Not today. But the other two go
You
all
aren't
the time.
technically encumbered, though, so... you're on your horse. You know what I mean? You're not on your horse, so you...
I know. I'm just the closest person to it and could move the fastest, and they can all go help Watt.
That's absolutely fine. No, it's not that. It's just you were getting an encumbered penalty as well, which is an interesting
Yeah,
one.
because that's why I usually keep my rifle in a casing on my saddle. But that's why I specify. I'm drawing my rifle as I.
No, I know,
as I move.
but I'm just saying what you probably mean. Yeah, what I'm saying is we'd have to manually add a +2 onto your rolls because you're getting double penalty But Mr. William Money, you're up, sir.
Okie dokie.
You haven't got you all on horseback, so assuming you all got off for some reason, apart from Mercy, who just said she was.
I was definitely.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm definitely not on horseback.
Well,
Exactly.
I've mentioned that I was on my horse.
No.
before.
It's not a problem. It's not a problem. I'm not doubting that. It's my. It only occurred to me that I should be putting unstable platform on anyone on
She ain't getting
It's
anywhere
what it
near us.
is. Lovely gunshot there. Come on. Oh, hey, that's wounded. Down it goes. Splat. Gets us to John Watt when Mr. Money ends his turn.
Get in trouble here, I'll tell you off, man. Yeah.
Yes.
Do indeed.
Aye,
Yeah.
unshake.
Because I'm a geezer.
I'm going to the UK Games Expo.
Cool.
When is that and where?
Birmingham.
Again.
2nd
Birmingham?
of June. 2nd of June.
I've only been once, and I was demoing then.
I've been many times, but I haven't. It's Friday the
okay.
2nd to Saturday the 4th of June. I'll be there from the Thursday. I'll turning up the Thursday night, there on the Friday and Saturday, and I'll go home on the after break. Maybe run a game first.
So yeah, the brown stuff he's walking through is turned to mud. Oh dear. Guess that makes him vulnerable.
Who?
Walking Dead, I assume.
Okay, fair enough. Vulnerable. And shook him as well. His shaken status is removed. I'm just going to. He's on. Okay, I'm going to shoot at Mercy Vancouver. And shoot at Mercy Vancouver. Shaking Mercy. That brings us to 1.
She dodged a bullet.
He's the Pearl of Death. It used to be called that, didn't it? Action.
It did.
On a chi master, -6 to catch a bullet.
I like the idea of a cheese master. That sounds pretty cool.
It does a cheese master.
Okay, Juan is going to go ahead and drop his drunken boxing.
Unboxing. Off.
Remember to pick it up later.
That sounds like a character class for your adventure coming up.
Doesn't it?
Cheese master.
Cheese master.
They're gooder at everything. Don't you agree?
Oh, come on, Alec. There you go. I've lost track of who made this.
And he's way too far away for me to do much. Yeah, that's it.
Mercy Vancouver, how's the Joker? I think you're going to spend on your dad. And Sophia is aiming down on the 2 of clubs.
Typical. Let's see if I can get a bit higher up, just for not wasting the aim. That's a bit higher up.
Yeah.
That's not bad, is it? That's quite a good jump.
Yeah.
Mercy Vancouver is no longer shaken.
And I'm going to ride forward, and I'm going to raise the rifle, but if you remember, I already fired what was in it. So now, does the unstable platform wouldn't apply if I'm using magic, right?
No, because the horse is an unstable platform.
Yeah, but with the horse on it, and I'm casting an area of effect spell.
It still affects your targeting because the horse kind of moves up and down.
Yeah,
So
you're
that's
still
the
bouncing
problem.
around.
Why
So
you need steady hands.
have you already got that enabled? If I'm gonna ever
Yeah.
succeed at this, it'll be while I have the flippin' Joker.
Yeah, like Kev said, that's why you need the steady hands edge. Shooting from horseback a lot.
Yeah, shooting from horseback, you need steady hands.
Don't you get it from Born in the Saddle or something like that? I don't.
That's okay. I'm still casting.
You know,
the
Born in the
spell.
Saddle is free rerolls.
Is it?
Yeah. You can mount and dismount as a free action as well, but not both at
Oh,
the
I
same
didn't
round.
do the -2 because I thought you had the unstable platform automated.
Well, that's okay because I can retcon the I can retcon that down to a 6, so it's a hit.
So it's a hit.
Mm-hmm.
I made
That's
it a boo last round.
That is interesting. Actually, no, got me wondering now. Hmm.
Yeah, because
Interesting.
when
Is
I
that a
got
bug in the
spray of
rules,
ghost rolls going out, I'm with the rules. So
What would happen there is if you'd rolled a 4, you'd have cast the power, so you'd use the power points, but you would have missed because of the -2 penalty for unstable platform. So you'd still use the power points, but you wouldn't hit the target.
area
16
of effect.
25 points of damage. Unstable platform does not apply to anything other than throwing or shooting,
Really?
according to the rules. Therefore, spell casting from horseback is not affected.
As is melee. Interesting.
But melee always rolls the lower of riding or melee.
Horseback.
Yeah.
You have killed it, but I'm going to let Saphira at least take her shot.
Thank you.
Okay. Now, okay. So before you worry, okay, got shooting bow plus. Why have you got bow plus 4?
Because I aimed.
It just lets you ignore up to 4 points of targets. So you actually roll. You did actually hit, but it should be you know what I mean, because it was a case of you could only negate 2 of them. So.
Ah.
But that's fine. You would have hit, but it's unfortunately you're already dead.
Right.
Of your aiming, you would have hit, but Mercy Vancouver stole your kill for you. Right? Okay. I am going to cancel all
things,
and combat is over for the second time. Targets are unlocked. Maybe this time you guys could actually be done. Refrain from shooting each other and playing combat.
Can I try and recover my 2 arrows, please?
Yes, you can. Just roll 2 6-sided dice.
And we're in the golden hour, didn't we?
Well, you get them both back.
Hey, thank you very much.
Yeah, so it's still the golden hour. So, one, have you got any healing skills?
Oh, of course I do. Like I said, ancient Chinese.
How bad does it be support?
Can you try some ancient Chinese stuff on me and
I'll heal 2 wounds.
Next 10 minutes, don't forget. So what's everyone else doing in the next 10 minutes?
the amazing Adolfo might need some healing too, I don't know.
Now, he won't let me touch him, so.
No, he's not coming anywhere near me.
Oh well, sod you, amazing Adolfo. I'll have the ancient Chinese healing.
Has to be said, you're very hungry, Adolfo. You really feel the need for a nice big
Juicy raw steak.
barely cooked steak at the moment.
No,
I'm just going to grab a drink back in a second.
I like my steaks rare anyway.
Oh, is somebody going to heal Adolfo? Amazing.
But
Adolfo.
actually,
I'm fine.
Any of these skeletons have decaying flesh still on them?
they're Walking Dead, so possibly they do have some. Yes.
Well, you better keep
Understood
an
by
eye
that
on
much.
You better keep an eye on Patrick. Then, if he gets a hunger on, then it won't matter.
I am not going to be eating any of that. Thank you very much.
I just raised one eyebrow at him.
I'll be fine till we get back to heat. I'll be fine.
Still a pound of uncooked meat, isn't it? Per wound.
Yeah. I'm
It
going to
is.
go and get my horse.
Oh, it doesn't say uncooked. It's just a pound of meat.
Pound of meat, yeah.
Oh, so
Doesn't
you
have
just
to be uncooked.
Doesn't have to be uncooked.
But it doesn't have to be cooked either, and it doesn't even have to be, it can be decaying. It's just as long as it's meat.
Yep.
So Mercy's going to keep an eye on Patrick with that in mind, but keep her distance.
A pound is so much. I mean, just think of the, the steaks you generally get and the weights they come in. A pound is a lot of meat.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know you were in Texas for a while. Tavis, were you ever, Kirsten?
No, I've never been to that part of the States. I've been to New York, New Orleans, Florida, Indiana, and Kentucky.
Well, in Texas, a pound of meat ain't a whole big deal.
Hey, well, yeah, I've heard that. I heard they do chicken fried steak.
Oh, and you know what that is?
Yeah, Tav told me. He's had one.
Yeah, I made him, and not knowing what it was, going, oh, that sounds interesting. Yeah.
That is a lot of meat. 16-ounce steak is quite a lot of red meat.
Yeah, but if it's 16 ounces raw, then by the time you cook it,
Yes.
In Texas barbecue meat, everybody else grills it.
Well, have you ever gone to a Brazilian? Oh my God, they just bring home around whole hot flaming grills of meat, table to table.
I'm getting hungry.
So I went to a Texas barbecue and I said, so how long is it, how long is it cooked on a barbecue? And I expected the guy to say 10 minutes. He's like 2.5 hours. I'm like, what?
Wow.
Smoking is even longer.
Oh, yeah, because it's all in it's all in the sauce. They put they've all got their secret ingredients for sauce put in there.
It Leeds,
cooks
Pudsey,
very slowly.
Huddersfields, and Manchester. You can get the Apache Chiefs chicken steak.
Yeah.
And how big is it? Oh, you don't want you don't want not chicken steak. It's chicken fried steak.
Oh, chicken fried steak. Yes, understood.
That is the most incredibly I can't even
In
describe
culinary?
what it is and what they do to a steak. Really, seriously.
The thing
It's
that got me
sacrilege.
though, the
That's
thing
what
that
it
got
is,
me
it's
was
sacrilege.
people coming up in the morning for breakfast and asking for biscuits, and I'm thinking, you can have biscuits for breakfast. That was the first culture shock. And the second culture shock was I found out biscuits for breakfast is mini hamburgers.
It's
I thought
yeah,
that was
Americans
stones.
have gravy with their biscuits. It's just wrong.
Oh no, sausage is sausage gravy. It's not just gravy. It's sausage gravy. It's sausage with white gravy. That's also disgusting.
Yeah, but you got to bear in mind, as far as I'm concerned, biscuits are cookies.
Yeah.
So having cookies with gravy is just wrong.
I know.
It's more
Yeah,
like
you guys are talking about all this. There's actually a place in Texas where there's a challenge. If you can eat a 72-ounce steak, a 14-ounce potato, a fairly large salad,
You get
and
free
a
heart
shrimp
attack.
cocktail. If you can eat all of that in one setting, they'll give you your meal for free.
And
How
your
much does it
cookie
cost
and
if you
meat
don't
for a
do it?
month.
How much does it cost you if you don't manage to eat it all?
Oh, it's not cheap. It's like $40 or something like that.
Yeah.
That geezer, whatever versus food, man versus food, done that, didn't he?
It's sick.
It's
And
failed.
it's
Anyway,
not good for you, man.
the strangest thing of all, cheesecake. Cake with cheese.
Garlic
No,
bread.
that's not even there.
Garlic bread.
We're not the only. We're not the only culture that, and we're not the first culture to have done a sweet type cake with cheese.
Oh gosh, I've just remembered
Try,
the.
try,
Sorry,
try,
I'm just. Don't get me wrong. I like garlic bread.
try
It's just a
Arab
sketch.
kanafi. Try
I'm sorry.
Arab kanafi.
I've just remembered when you run into the when you run into the bread dragon and it hits you with its garlic breath, or its gluten breath.
Oh no! I'd float up like a balloon.
Anyway,
I don't have a gluten intolerance. I'm good. Hey, it feels like this is. Did I just walk into Roma's or something?
okie dokie, congratulations, you have defeated the Headless Horseman and the other stuff that spontaneously appeared for no apparent reason. Maybe next time not to do that. Okay, when you return, Perspective Bob and the Logans shower you with thanks. They're happy to throw in a meal and a bottle of whiskey too for anyone who's interested. They've got some quite nice looking steaks, Patrick.
Well, just exactly how are you spelling whiskey?
Whiskey.
That's a shame.
One's gone grey over my head. Okay. Once
Oh,
you
the Irish spell whiskey without
Without what?
Without the E.
An E.
yeah without the E, whereas the Scottish spell it with an E.
the Americans obviously spell it with an E, seeing as this is Pinnacle.
Russian spell it with a V.
Yeah, it's probably bourbon or something.
Probably is bourbon, actually. Yeah.
It'll spell what with an E?
Whiskey.
Whiskey.
Oh, well, it's whiskey.
I do remember there were the guidelines. You have to use the American spellings.
I remember once I was in Japan, right, and it was just very, very. I swear to God, I wish I'd bought it. I really do. I really regret it not buying it. But it was a shop, and it was spelling it, and it says, for the tourist, it was selling whiskey, and it says, and I looked at the label, and it says, made from the finest Scottish grapes.
Okay.
Should have bought it.
Yeah. So okay. So you have time to rest. First, Vancouver gets after a very hearty meal. You're feeling a bit better, Patrick. Anyway, true to his word, Prospector Bob lets you into his mine shaft and shows you Ben Buckle's belongings.
Wait, before we finish that up, what all were these things plaguing? Was it just the miners, or was it a wider area?
They were at the Headless Horseman couldn't go more than a certain distance from the head.
Okay,
So hence the fact I decided if they could get the heads, they could go wherever they want. So you save some stuff there.
I had a card, I didn't know if it applied, but from the way you're describing it, probably not.
Right. So you're going to let us see where your fellow Mr. Buckles was keeping his stuff then?
Oh, you're looking a lot heartier now, Patrick, since you ate.
Yeah, good meal will perk anybody up.
Absolutely.
I've always
Told you.
If I've got the rules, it's my fault. So,
Told you it wasn't as bad as I thought it was.
Okay, you. Okay, it shows you Len Buckle's belongings. You find some garden variety mining gear as well as a few specialised digging devices from Smith and Robards.
Looks like your kind of thing there, Mr. Watt.
So what do you mean by specialised digging devices?
Really doesn't tell me. I must admit, actually, hang on, I have the Smith and Robards. 1880. Oh, it's a bit out of date now. 1880. 18. You have the 1880 Smith and Robards catalogue, so anything. Conveyances, vehicle accessories, rail
I
car.
think they've got like a steam drill or something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, probably. That's true. Delivery. Conveyances, vehicle accessories, rail cars, armor and clothing, miscellaneous. There's Merrick Oscillator, a Ghost Rock timepiece, Ghost Rock detector. There's probably a Ghost Rock detector then, obviously, isn't there? Yeah. It's a broken Ghost Rock detector. It could worth $3,000. There we go. But anyway, look, I would say most of the stuff is broken or useless, but possibly salvageable for spare parts and jury rigging stuff together. Yeah. So there we go.
That's it.
Bob looks at you, has and says mildly, "I expect you're interested in Len's safe."
I'd say that we probably are. Yes.
Okay. It's okay. So he takes you over. You could see what. Actually, can I have a John Watt make a common knowledge check? Everyone else can do it if they want to at -4. To say what's that the type who would know that sort. Yes, anyone else has got a history of
Well, I
interesting.
used to be quite good at this stuff, but then, I mean, like, and then things happened in the house, and it's all been a bit difficult lately. And
Okey-dokey. Mr. Watch, you recognise it as a Smith and Robards. Yeah, well, it doesn't matter because Watts identified it. A Smith and Robards self-anchoring vault, 18 inches square, made of ghost rock steel. Adolfo will know how it works on them. Made of ghost steel, sorry, and equipped with an expanding ghost steel anchors. After a hole is carved for the safe to sit inside, and the anchors are deployed, which can be done only once, the safe permanently embeds itself in solid rock. This provides the owner with a secure cache in nearly any local. It's impossible to extract and take away without excavation or nitro. And Bob, you get the impression Bob will probably not take too kindly to either of those.
He wouldn't happen to have left the key with you by any chance, would he?
I'm sure we can work this out if we figure it out together.
I'm sure, and I'm pretty certain this is going to be a fairly solid nut to crack. I wonder though. We haven't cleaned out the house properly yet. We still might find it.
Well, it's a bit of a distance. Do you want to try or not?
I guess I could give it a go.
Oh, let me help.
I tried to help, and I couldn't figure it out.
Yeah, well, I've just now played the teamwork card.
The bonus from all support roles is doubled this round. This applies to all allied characters. Okay, so John Watt made got a 2, which is still a 0. Sophia gets a 4, which is +2. +2 makes it to +4. The max, isn't it? You can get on a support roll.
It's max, apart from with teamwork, it becomes a max of +8.
That's fucking teamwork.
Because you do the total.
Oh,
and
yes,
then
you
double
do
it.
the total and double it. Point taken. Okay, so that's +2, +3.
So I'm a +6 at the moment.
And +6 on your thievery roll.
So I will put my head down on it and fiddle with it a bit.
Yep, you open it.
Hooray!
Right,
Now,
that completely negates the -6 penalty.
just need to and a little wiggle it a little bit that way and then that way. Hang on. Sophia, if you could tap that corner over there. Mr. Money, put your finger there and just hold it there. And then stand on one leg and touch your nose with the other hand.
Oh, you're taking
Thank
the piss
you.
now, Paddy.
I'm going to give him a penny for actually role-playing how they're assisting you, though.
I'm obviously not helping. I'm trying to do the hokey cokey because I'm getting confused here. What left leg in? What?
And Mr. Hong, if you take that large pointy stick of yours and use the blunt end and hit right there. And abracadabra. Look at that, it's open.
It is indeed. Okay, I'm just sorting a couple of things out.
You can take the man out the show, but you can't take the show out of the man.
Mr. Money, if you could just stay standing on one foot with your finger on your nose for a while longer, that would be very helpful. Thank you very much.
Okie dokie. There appears to be inside is a trove of pile of papers. Appear to be notes and evidence and suppositions, apparently. And a ghost rock, a 5-pound sack, apparently, full of ghost rocks. About $500. And about $2,000 in US script. Should say.
Cool.
Party sheet.
I suppose we'd best have a look through this lot then.
Party sheet. $2,000 shared out to get you $333 each.
333.
333 indeed.
Okay. Okay, so so the first item catches John Watt's eye, and he snatches it before any of the rest of you get a chance to have a proper look at it, and he studies it in intently. There's still 1, 2, 3, 4 other sheets.
Huh.
So we'll probably show it around afterwards, but something about it made him notice it.
Okay, that's weird.
So okay. So the first of the other sheets, it appears to be a telegraph. Desperately trying to zoom in so I can read myself. Day after my birthday, just a few hundred years, 100 years before I was born. 190
Mr.
years.
Buckles, we urgently wish to speak with you, Mr. Buckles. On the ongoing lack of reply is unacceptable. Stop. Failure to comply puts our agreement in jeopardy. Stop. Respond at your earliest opportunity. Stop. From the office of Governor Hale.
Yeah, so that's a $500 bearer bond for stocks and shares in the railroad.
No, it's not $500. It's a 500 share.
500 share. Well, it could be worth $500. Or not, as the case may be.
I think you'll find it's worth considerably more than that.
Yeah,
Well,
I think
depends on-
I
it depends
think
how
8
close the
shares
railroad
like
is.
$50.
Again, Mr. Watt, with your background, I will allow a comment.
To get. Oh, right, okay. Well, yeah. So that's what I do for a living.
The last time you checked, those shares were. It was about the Wasatch Railroad Company was trading at $9 a share.
Do I know where Governor Hale is based?
He sends you out there.
I thought it came out on the auspices of the
Yeah, I'm not sure.
Twilight Legion. We had a letter from Lacey O'Malley.
Yeah, Lacey O'Malley. So I'm getting my. Governor William Hale appointed territorial governor by President Chester A. Arthur in 1882. Hale it's in your player's guide. Hale showed his mettle when Montana officials were maneuvering for stewardship over Yellowstone Park. In spite of illness and poor health, Hale journeyed north to the Yellowstone to plant the Wyoming flag as it was rumored to be a stubborn and it's all in your player's guide. Okay, the next handout appears to be some sort of notes. I have to admit, the box set's very nice. They actually do. They've all printed them all out as nice, proper handouts to give out.
Went back to the dance hall to speak with Clovis again, but he was in his cups and even less coherent than last time. At one point he didn't realise I was watching him and he looked at himself in the mirror as if seeing his own face for the first time. A distorted high-pitched cry wriggled out of his throat, not like any sound I've ever heard before. Clovis. Clovis, now where do I know that?
It's utterly
Didn't they
buttery.
make bread? Oh wait, no, that's Hovis.
Wasn't he?
I'm sure he's back in Heaston Hill, isn't he? Clovis.
Oh no, maybe not. No, I don't think. You might have heard the name. It's not who I was thinking. Anyway,
I think we should.
Kitty and Clovis LeBeau run the the dance hall.
Ah, yes, you did. That's correct.
They do. Maybe we should go and take a look in the dance hall again and say hi to this. Say hello to Clovis LeBeau.
Okay, the next one you pick up appears to be another written note.
This county's rampant with outlaws. Some without any heats by the look of things. The most wanted ride in 3 major gangs: the Ghost Steel Gang, the Sage Dragons Gang, and the Little Rock Irregulars, respectively. They go after cattle, banks, and rolling stock. Is that right? So he was hanging out with them that went after cattle. From what investigation I've done, separating the portfolios allows them to get along pretty well and share the same territory. Comparatively, anyone gets too close. They make a run for the Sioux Nations until things quiet down. Well, that's interesting. So
Obviously,
it's the cattle rustlers he was hanging around with.
As Patrick's reading that, the rest of you notice there appears to be something scribbled on the back of the same sheet.
That someone is sabotaging P. Denver Pacific, maybe? Almost certain H.I. Hellstrom Industries will snatch up their lines if things get bad enough. Note to self, get some stock in case this goes their way. Not too many red agents out there. That's so.
Yeah, somebody's Pacific is having a problem at the moment. Somebody is stealing railroad track, and one of their tool sheds was robbed as well.
The last note that seems pertinent out of all the other notes, most mining related, is this one.
Locals at the supply emporium are suspicious of me. Couldn't name the exact tool I needed, and all my questions about the mine disaster. Too strong, damn it. George, keep your composure. It's true that Heaston might have been involved somehow, as horrible as it is to imagine, but I can't let them catch me out before I've unravelled it. Reminder to look into Ned Little at the Land Claims Office. He's tight with Heaston. You've spoken with the fella at the Land Claims Office, haven't you, Mr. Watt?
Aye, but that was before the house incident, and I can't really remember it.
Well, maybe you should have another word with him. Take him out for a drink or something and get to know him. See what he can tell us about Mr. Heaston.
Deadlands. Right, that's fine. I'll just sort myself out there. Right. Indeed. Well, lots of more bits of paper to keep track of.
So what was the sorry? What was it? What was the transfer? We got the shares. And we got the note front, note back. But where was the first letter?
So far, I believe you should have shared with you. You should have handouts A, B, C, D, E, H, I, J.
We've just had H, I, J, and K. Yeah.
F as well.
It does not look like we have received F or G yet.
Just checking whether you should have had F earlier, actually. Story so far. Wait and see. I'm just trying to find stuff. Now you got me confused.
Good work, friend inside.
Running the campaign, sidebar. Over to okay, so
Well,
you got
I've got some.
You got A, B, C, D, and E, and now, as far as I know, this is it. So yes, you haven't had
F and G.
G. You have had. Sorry, there you go. That was G.
Right. Yeah.
Well, so long as it's okay.
500 shares in Wasatch.
Yes.
As long as we don't get TPK, we'll be fine.
TPK's been dismantled.
So anyway, in the tabs down the right hand side, if you go into Investigator tab,
Paperwork from chest. Aha.
Paperwork from chest. So you click on that, and it links to all the documents that we've just found. So players can call them up
in that
anytime
case,
they want.
That's very useful. In that case, what you need to do for the investigator one, you need your your original missing agent stuff was A, B, C, D, and E. Want to create a separate note under investigator.
But that's how you do it.
That's really clever. Just dragging them in. I like that.
So yeah, investigators is for players to play about with. You can write notes, etc., for players, and then you can share them with other players. And the world builder is for the GM to make his notes in, and he can share them to the players.
That's Dams wrote that, didn't he?
Yeah, it's very useful. That's why I've added it in for you guys. I've just not used it properly before.
I mean, it's one of them things. If you've got time to sit down and do it, it's really good. But also allowing the players to do their own thing is really good as well.
Yeah, exactly.
You just sit there and go, right, you play. I'm just going to give you bennies every now and then.
Okay, handout A, handout B. See. It'd be nice and do this one for you know. O'Malley. And C, D, and it's annoying if you get the order wrong, but oh well. Use paper. I really cannot spell today. Doesn't like do it. You can't copy and paste. Used paper clipping. Right, that should be shared out as your initial handouts. There you go. The initial handouts share out for you guys?
Yep.
It's good. Yeah, and then obviously you can create your own That is so useful, especially for this type of campaign. There you go. There's all your handouts had so far. Wonderful stuff. Okie dokie. Well, there we go. You're up at I did create a map.
We're heading on back to town now. Where are we going?
Well, I think we've got a house we need to tidy up. And it might be a good idea for Mr. Watt here to go and have a chat with the fellow at the claims office. There might be more that we can find back at Buckle's house. And then I'd suggest it might be worth our while seeing if we can find this ghost steel gang. But before all of that, Miss D and I need to get back to do our show.
Sure, you probably do. Right. Well, obviously, by the time you get back, it's quite late in the day, and obviously, the show gets underway, and you get your allocated amount of money, which you'll get your allocated amount of money, and obviously, in the morning, you'll be all ready and eager and happy and ready to start continuing your investigation.
Oh, we got advances.
We did. Hooray!
Oh, I just followed through.
Yay.
That night after the show, when we returned to the house, Adolfo says wants to gather everybody together in the living room. Now, before we settle down tonight, there's something I should probably let you all know, he says. And he reaches into a pocket and pulls out a US Marshal's badge.
Huh?
I'm not just a prestidigitator.
Any more secrets? Oh God, I've gone Irish.
She's a paddy now. Holy shit!
You got any more secrets? No, I can't do it. I've lost my American. I just hit Irish. Never mind. I'm gonna.
Joe, say you got help with the American accent now. Come on.
Thought you were sharing everything with me. What else you been keeping from me all this time?
Well, I've not been sharing everything with you. I mean, you're a young lady, and it wouldn't be appropriate. But
Ew! I did not mean that. Oh.
You dirty old
that,
man.
Oh.
You dirty old man.
Well, right. The thing is, this Len Buckles, Agent Reeg, it's not just the Twilight Legion who are interested in finding him. I know that we're over state lines into territories, but he is a missing person of interest, and it's fallen to me to track him down. I've been doing a number of missing persons cases under the cover of my role as a performer for, well, a little while now. Having found that information in the safe there, it seems that he stumbled upon something that's caused him, well, no small amount of trouble, and I just thought it would be wise of me to make you all aware of my particular legal situation. Yes, we are in the territories. The badge does still hold some weight when I'm in performance of my duties, and, well, I thought all things considered it was only fair that I let you know. You know, things being what they are, and people being who they are, he says, eyeing Mercy just a little. So if we can...
Don't you start eyeing Mercy now. You move from one girl to the other.
So if we can all stop throwing around accusations about people, he says, I'll make sure I don't throw it around myself. Hope we understand each other.
Yeah, we understand you're the Walking Dead, but we don't care. Now, I've got gallows humour, so if there's a fear roll and I get a raise, you lot all get +1 on your rolls.
So, in other words, from now on, you've got to let him roll for... But you do have to make a joke.
I'll make a joke, yes. Look, he's dead. Look at him, he's dead. Oh, his balls are showing.
But you know what I mean. Anyway.
I know, yeah. Well, I'll try, but, I'm going to let the dice do most of the work, right?
Actually, having... Well, yeah, I know. Thinking about it, actually, just so I go back to UK Games Expo, I've just realised now I've actually got some really proper painted 3D proper miniatures. Maybe time to rerun Scooby Doo for Tong.
Cool.
Anyway, it's by the by.
Scooby Dooby Doo.
Which
yeah.
which set of Scooby Gang have you got?
The starter.
Ah, cool.
They're all painted, and I have a Mystery Machine van as well, and I do have classic monsters. The only thing I'm really annoyed about, although they're not strictly Scooby Doo, but I would like to, just for completionist, because I've got a hole in my set, is I did notice there was an optional upgrade to get Dastardly and Muttley.
Oh,
I'm quite annoyed now. Because there'll always be a gap where they should have been.
curses.
And they were Kickstarter exclusive. So look at that. Oh well. Anyway, new morning. So where are people headed today?
I'm going to get some whiskey.
I want to carry on cleaning out the house and see if I can find anything that Buckles Reeg might have left behind.
We cleared out the cellar yet?
Sounds like you want to go back to the house then. Let's go back to the house. That's
I'm getting some whiskey, but yeah. I'll go back to the house once I've got some whiskey. If I haven't got any whiskey, I'll have some tequila.
interesting.
Yeah, I know they don't have any sake here.
Chinese.
That's why, because I must have done that one instead. Why did I do that?
Okay, it's Japanese rice wine.
Yeah, it's Japanese, but it's still pretty good stuff. But like I said, I don't expect them to have anything here.
You know, all things considered, Patrick telling us he's a marshal tells us why he was killed.
Yeah, maybe.
Mm.
Maybe it was War Money who killed him. I killed the US Marshals. Actually, that's future me, the old man. That's not happened yet.
It's a madness. Okay.
So I take it that note mentioned Telstra Industries.
Oh, that caused an interesting console out there.
A whole slew of errors there, yeah.
I didn't see any.
Oh, good. Is
I'm on the wrong version, so.
Handler or RPG scripts manager image attempt to index? I don't know what's going on there. I'll just put everyone on the map. We'll get a slew of console. Well, I think those console errors about the. I don't think they were console errors. If that makes sense. You know what I mean? The all the other ones about investigate the thingy. Why Sophia D not around her when she's added to the map? I don't know. There we go. I'm not sure what's going on with that map. Hopefully it won't happen now I've done that. I won't add you in anymore. So everyone's back at Len Buckle's house. Tokens are unlocked. The interesting plant is still in the flower bed.
Well, my intent is to mostly do some cleaning
Okay.
and see if I come across anything untoward.
So that advance just made us seasoned then, didn't it?
One past seasoned. Four advances this season. That was your 5th advance.
Mm-hmm.
Did I forget to turn
My
on
character
portals again?
sheet's faulty.
No, it's not.
Here you go.
It
I'm
doesn't
just
have
gonna
that section. Okay.
So we've had 5 advances. There's some shifting required.
Have you not turned on planned advances in settings?
No.
No, they haven't.
Well, these are things that
I
aren't
have,
obvious.
But I'm still working on mine. But I had today's planned in advance. So.
So if you go into options, which is the cog in the top right hand corner, and you scroll down a bit to somewhere, character advances tab, you have to turn on the show the planning section.
You know, this thing could be far more intuitive than it is.
I personally
depends if
think
you've
it should
planned
default.
things.
I personally think it should also default to being show on. That's me.
Yeah.
But anyway, we got the go ahead to be able to add arcane devices into.
Cool.
Yeah, it's got a bug in it at the minute. Oops.
We'll wait for him to fix it then.
Yeah, it's got a bug in it. When you update it, it's doing a null return on a procedural call.
I mean, most GMs have got a fair few players who aren't experienced with Fantasy Grounds, so it shouldn't be so hard for you to get it to do stuff.
Well, this is an extension that's been written after the fact anyway.
Oh.
Yeah, without that extension, you get no planned advances. You just got to track it all on paper. We'll go to that silly website everyone loves.
But that extension is nice once you have it enabled and are using it properly.
I mean, I get a funny feeling that the way it works is if we have an extension running and it goes years and years and nobody has any issues with it, they just stick it in core. Because that's what's happened with height.
Yeah.
They write their own version, though, don't they?
He writes it from because he has to make it future proof. So yes, he rewrites it for core.
I just noticed I called Tortoise Guide Tortoise Guys when I sent it to you earlier, didn't I?
That's all right. I've got it set up now. I'm just getting James to add me all the.
Tortoise SVN. That's the software. I think there's a Linux version.
I don't need the Linux version. It's built into my the file manager in this version has got SVN built into it.
That's fine. But those are the instructions I had that obviously still work regardless of the tool you use, don't they? As long as it's an SVN.
SVN, what's that?
Sexy venereal Neptunes.
I don't have
Poor
anything
man's
like that.
Git, according to Akil. It's a poor man's Git, according to Akil. Again.
It's old and reliable in it, but it's there's better work than but it still does the trick, doesn't it?
Righty ho. I noticed Juan did a whole walk around the house, so I need Juan to make a notice check for -4.
I didn't get the.
Are they -4? You said.
Or were you actively searching as you walked through, or were you just walking through? I will give you the benefit.
No, well, I wasn't searching per se, but I was looking to see if anything looked like it was out of place, like somebody had been there while we were
Mercy,
gone.
if you double
That's
click on
absolutely
your
fine. So you get
token
to
on
make
the
a
combat
notice check
tracker,
at
it'll open the map.
-4 if you weren't actively searching as you walked through the entire house. But you might notice it. So no, you don't notice anything. You roll 2d6.
Well, yeah, except I'm gonna Benny that.
We rolled 2d6, so I'd roll it. I'd roll a notice check first rather than 2d6.
Well, I'm not sure why I did that. That's
No,
weird.
I'm not sure why I did that. That's very weird. Honestly, we've had an interesting console error that's suddenly broken the map. There we go. Oh, -4, you do it. As you're in chamber 3, so we'll retcon you and put you back in chamber 3 if we may. I can't, yeah. You, as you're walking around the main bedroom with a 4-poster bed, an outside veranda, and a fireplace with wooden tools stacked beside it, hanging on the closet what appears to be a few sets of mining garb, most clean and new from the Emporium, You notice you basically tread on one of the floorboards in the corner of the room, and it shifts underneath you.
Oh, well, that's a little on the odd side. Let me see if I can pry this board up.
Under the board is a child's shoe, shriveled and worn out on a piece of canvas.
That's not at all weird.
Mm.
A child's shoe, shriveled and worn out, sitting on a piece of canvas.
Would you like to make a common? Well, assuming you're sharing this information with everyone else, they can make a common knowledge check as well. But otherwise, you could just.
Yeah, I'm going to whistle real loud and say, "Hey, everybody! Hey, you guys!"
What's that? What's going on there?
Okay. Common success on a common knowledge roll tells the curious this is an old custom that people thought would bring good luck. Apparently, putting
that's just for good luck.
Under the canvas, however, is the Black Death.
But that's bad luck. That's very bad luck.
Did you say under the canvas is Black Death?
I was joking because no one's touched the canvas yet.
Yeah. All right. Okay.
Now I'm going to move the canvas.
Okay, move the canvas.
Yep. Underneath the canvas is a tailored black suit lying folded in the space. On it rests a shiny silver agency badge number 682 and an odd-looking barrel-shaped key.
They're like stagecoaches. You don't see them for ages, and then two of them come out at once.
Would that key be the key to a Smith and Robard self-naming safe by any chance?
It would indeed.
Well, just as well we didn't need that till after we found it. Well, I'm glad we got it now. Could go back and lock it, I suppose.
But in every other way, I think everything's normal in there now.
Be right back.
Did everyone go up into the chamber?
Well, when he whistled, I certainly ran up there. Yes.
Yes. Let's see what's going on.
I'm going to put everyone up in the top floor.
The Chinese men whistles, you always come a running. Prairie's got an E in it.
I don't know if you heard that. I'll try again. There's a knocking at the door.
There's somebody at the door. There's somebody at the door.
Juan will go out and jump off the rail and see what he can see.
Whereas I'll go down the stairs and through the porch and open the door like a sensible person.
If you actually just go out the veranda, you can. Oh, actually, you wouldn't see on the floor. There appears to be a. Well, as you land down on the floor. Hang on, you jump.
As I land down in the flower bed, face first.
Yeah, you land down in the flower bed face first.
Has he flattened that interesting plant?
Well, I was just thinking that might be what would be interesting. Okay.
You flattened Audrey too, so you have.
Okay, I am going to do the standard. I'm going to inflict the standard /2d6 damage upon Walnut as he lands on the. Ooh, he landed poorly.
Sprained his ankle.
Can still soak it, obvious. Which he does. It looked like one. You think this might be a really bad fall. However, the large pod-like plant breaks your fall. You land on top of it. There's a big, fat squelch as you land on top of it, and the people that were on the porch sort of step back down. They appear to be townsfolk, and going, "Yes, you see, Martha." There's the one. He's always staggering around town. He's the one in need of of our help. It appears to be a group of women. They're all dressed very formally, and two of the four women are holding placards that read "Women's Temperance Movement."
We've got name badges say brother, sister, and sister.
Well, greetings, ladies. I take it that lips that touch liquor shall never touch yours.
Indeed, sir. It would appear that I assume there is no whiskey in this house that we must dispose of by pouring it on the ground.
Absolutely no. There is no whiskey in this house that you will be able to dispose of by pouring it on the ground.
I'm going to take a
in
swig
that
of
case-
whiskey. I've got a bottle of whiskey in my hand, and I'm going to take a swig.
There'll be absolutely no need for you to pour any
devil's
whiskey on the
drink,
ground.
sir. That is a devil's drink, sir. In that case, can we interest you? We are collecting donations for the new Colossus they're building back east in New York City.
Oh, you mean the statue that the French have handed over? Miss D has seen that very Colossus. So she has. The edifice of copper, I believe it is.
Indeed.
Well, seen the
Indeed,
beginnings of the construction.
I gather it is a sight to behold, but they are in dire need of funds to complete the project.
So I've heard. I have made a donation myself already.
Meanwhile, one
Mercy hears the gist of it, and then she heads back upstairs.
keep going, guy. Goes, obviously one of the other women's giving William money such dirty looks as he's holding that bottle of whiskey. Like,
Please, madam, please, madam, do not encourage him. If you tell him it's the devil's drink, it'll
I'm
only
going to
make
tell her
it
she
more.
should come upstairs to my room.
He is the kind of gentleman who, well, I use the word without a great deal of device.
Never.
Exactly. I have a feeling. I have a feeling that
coming upstairs with me, love.
I have a feeling that were you to tell him that it would please you greatly for him to drink even more, that would be the only way that you would stop him. For he is, shall we say, a contrary soul.
Is she coming upstairs with me?
What? That's disgraceful. We would, when we heard that you'd replaced that odious Len Buckles in renting this place, we thought that maybe a God-fearing Catholic as yourself would not be leading in house of ill repute. But however, I do understand you are in the theatre, and therefore that is possibly understandable. We shall not.
Come back
expose
later when you're not
ourselves
with
to
your friends.
to your devil's friends, and with that they storm off, being upset and
And a good day to you too, madam.
Oh, she's going to come back later. I've got a 17.
And I have notice checks
Outside. Once they've kind of gone off, you see Juan very casually laying on the ground over here, and he kind of crooks a finger, saying, "You need to come over to him."
As those women walk away, Patrick and William do notice, but Sophia doesn't. You could, as they're walking away, could have sworn. You're not sure if it came from them or nearby you. You sort of heard noises. Oh, the bennies must flow, apparently.
The bennies must flow, yes.
How interesting.
Yeah, she'll be coming up to my room later, don't you worry.
Do you need a hand up there, Mr.
Actually, no, I don't need a hand. I think I need a shovel, and I'll stand up and point to the body.
I will blink. Then I will crouch down and look at the body.
Images, I do believe. That. No. That's annoying.
This isn't Mr. Len Buckles by any chance, is it?
I need. Unfortunately, I was expecting something. Doesn't actually appear to be there. Oh, that's big. Oh, there we go. Copy image. Please bear with me. It doesn't appear to be. It's humanoid-ish.
Oh. And it's buried. Is it buried in the garden or lying in the garden?
It appears to have been inside the pod in the plant.
It's a pod plant. Pod
Okay.
people.
File new. Wait for clipboard.
Invasion of the body snatchers.
There we go. And then I have to go and delete dark stuff. So then I can export it as don't export it as actually I can don't export
Oops.
JPEG.
I didn't mean to do that.
I can't see what you did.
It doesn't matter. I'll undo it.
And then I just if I save it to there. Sorry, I thought this image was inside the rule set, but it taking me a little long. I saw something earlier today of what it looks like. So I'll just save it. Oh no, that's because I'm in the wrong campaign.
Oh, Sophie D gained Vigor plus 1D. That's what she did. Yeah.
Oh, I see. Sophie D.
She's claiming the advances.
She obviously applied it by mistake, didn't she? Okay, there we go. So now if I come back to here, then I go to assets and I go refresh. I go to images and I go to campaign. Then I can share body.
Jesus, Mary and Joseph, what is that?
Oh, Jesus, Mary, or Joseph.
It's the bogeyman. Oh dear.
I think it might be the bogeyman.
Yeah, made of purest bogies.
There's a booger with some like nostril hair in it. Yeah.
Burn it! Burn it with fire! I think we should take this inside.
It's about the size of it's about 3 feet tall.
And can we cut it out of the pod and out of the ground and drag it inside and burn it in the stove or something?
Yeah, I'm glad you clarified not on the wooden floor of the wooden house.
Yeah, I don't see why not.
Let's take this inside and destroy it. I say to. I don't think we want anything like that growing in our garden. So we don't.
I'm going to have to go and get ready for work now, so I'll catch you guys next time.
And if we should see any more of those plants anywhere, I think we should perhaps do a bit of weeding, if you understand what I'm saying, Mr. Wan.
I think I wouldn't have much of a problem with that, no.
Because whatever that is, it's not natural.
The plant was here before we arrived.
So it was.
No, because I was looking at it before we got into the house.
And you have to wonder if, I certainly have to wonder if it bears any relation to the missing agent.
Well, the plant's not native for these parts. I had biology. It was a thing, and it wasn't native to these parts. But I thought that I'd kind of thought it was going to be, because we found out the ghost rock was buried in the basement and it was open gateways to hell and all sorts of strange.
Well, fortunately, we've got rid of that. But
we got attacked by a piano, so I'd imagine it's corrupting the.
Yes, you made your science roll. You determined it was similar to an aspen seedling with distinctive pale bark and oval leaves, but it had long bulbous seed pods was covered with fine filament-like hairs, and the plant twitched when you examined it. Is what you did when you examined it. But
Yeah.
I think at the time you quite rightly deduced that obviously the ghost rock had twisted it in some way.
The Ghost Rock had twisted everything. We had the piano. I'd try to chew us up and all sorts of stuff.
Well, if you could have a look at this before we burn it and can explain why it seems to be growing hands, that would be perhaps an interesting thing to know.
You know what? This is a bit bizarre, but I wonder if it's just a generic thing. You know, it's a generic thing, or is it going to copy somebody? I don't know. Does it duplicate people? I don't know.
That is a very good question.
Maybe we should capture it and tie it up and see what happens.
I'm not entirely sure that's a good idea. I don't think we want it to grow any bigger than it already is. Don't know what anybody else thinks, but I'm for letting you have a go at dissecting this thing, and then we destroy it.
I think that's the rules. If it's dangerous and it's evolving ghost rock, you poke it with a stick. That's standard practice.
Well, if that's the scientific way of doing things, I'll let you deal with that then.
What you mean, Mr. Secretive Whisper Man? But what I think is it's a good place to leave it today because, to be honest, I haven't had a chance to read much further in it, much refreshing in the adventure, and it's getting to the point where I really need to reread it. So, no point. I'm going to call it a day there.
John Watt can science it with a stick.
And John Watt can science it with a stick, and I can read up on. I think it's pretty much done. Yeah, you've nearly finished Act 1, so we've got a fair go. But I need to read up on. There's a few clever bits I need to read up on to remind myself some nuances that I probably need to remind myself. So I'm going to call it a day there. Hope you enjoyed it. I certainly did, as always.
Yeah, fun.
And we shall there and see you all next.
And hey, if I get the reinforcements card again.
Oh, don't.